Hey to the people, come on in. What's the tea? 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 I know that you guys are normally gearing up for happy hour in about an hour, and we're definitely going to come through with your happy hour tea, hot, juicy gossip, and all of the jazz that we do, me and Tori B, in about an hour here on happy hour. But we have on this channel been discussing for a while whether or not to pick back up doing Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. And as promised, I will go ahead and pick up reviews as I see fit throughout the season on this particular show. What's up, everybody? It's me, Chase. Make sure that you guys like, comment, subscribe, and turn on the notification bells. See, this is who's going to let me know who's got on those notification bells. This is what's going to let me know who's really down for No Chaser TV, because I just sprung up on the girls like I said I would with the review, like I said that I would. Okay. Hey, Amanda K. Yes. Chase, tons of love from London. I really appreciate the video. Yes, thank you. I appreciate it. All the way back over to London. Hey, Amanda K. I don't care who gets in the room. I don't care how many views this one gets. This episode, I'm going to start it off by saying this episode to me is perhaps one of the, if not the best episode of Real Housewives I've ever seen in my entire life, because bitch, I was moved to chorus. And for those of you who do not know what that means, it made me want to sing. It made me want to get in front of this camera and give you guys this review. It really did move me to chorus. Okay? Word to Jill Scott. Okay, thank you. That is so funny. Thank you, Alice. All right, let me go ahead and just get started, child, because there was a lot going on, and we got to be back here in an hour for the No Chaser TV happy hour hot topics. So let me just go ahead and just start this off with Whitney and Heather linking up. And Heather says that nothing's changed and she doesn't want to police Bronwyn within the group and her friendships, but she does find Bronwyn to be sneaky. So I know I only did episode 1. I made sure I watched up until what I missed and caught up on, So I have caught up fully on Salt Lake City, and a bunch of things can be true. I do not like Heather Gay. I do not like her. I've never liked her. I found her to be one of the phoniest Real Housewives in recent history. I think that she goes above and beyond. How they accused Garcelle and Sutton of playing to the audience, I think that she has done that. And I miss the girl who I thought Heather Gay was going to be first season, and she just is not that person. She is incredibly insecure. And I think that she is definitely taking out her frustrations on Bronwyn due to the situation with Bronwyn. Taking out her frustrations with Monica from last season on Bronwyn this season. Let me just spell it out clearly. However, first of all, let me just say that Heather Gay, you can never be the top dog no matter how much Bravo pushes you to be the top dog. And the reason why you will never be the top dog is because if you were so frustrated with Monica, the GOATs said, bring their ass back another season and let me take out my frustration. Do you think Nene Leakes was getting rid of Kim Zolciak? Do you think Nene Leakes was getting rid of Sheree? Eventually, do you think Nene Leakes wanted to get rid of Kenya? Maybe, but did they come back the next season and deal with them? Absolutely. And for no matter how amazing this season has been amazing. Do they need Monica? No, they don't need Monica. However, Monica would have been the cherry on top, because honestly, Heather's been sitting like a bump on a log all season with not much to do other than nitpick at Bronwyn and get ate up every episode if she even makes the episode. So you really did not think that through. You lost your sparring partner. And a sparring partner that you actually could beat, if you ask me. Now, with that being said, when she says Bronwyn is sneaky, Bronwyn's sneaky, I don't give a damn how y'all feel about it. I love Bronwyn. Is Bronwyn sneaky is the question. 1, 2, 3, agree or disagree? I agree. Bronwyn is sneaky. I don't care what y'all say. Ooh, now y'all asked me to do this. So when I do this, y'all know how I give it up. Just saying. Heather thinks she's that girl because of her moment at last. Absolutely, she thinks that she's that girl because of her moment that last season. But you have to think about how you created that moment. Everybody needs a dance partner in Real Housewives, and that was hers. And she went too far by, in my opinion, advocating for the girl not to return. She should have returned. That's my opinion. But she does not want to police Bronwyn's friendships within the group. She is on Bronwyn's ass, so I don't believe that either. Heather, I call BS on that. Meredith says that friends do not pick on you and yell at you while she's sitting and waiting on Mary Cosby at the I don't know what they at, a photograph museum. But she's waiting on Mary to arrive. Mary's over 40 minutes late at this point. And she says that she's going to be the bigger person. So she goes ahead and invites Mary down to the thing. Let me tell you something about being a bigger person. You just are the bigger person. And so anytime you have to hem and haw about being the bigger person, anytime you have to dangle it in our face and let us know that you're doing this to be the bigger person, you're not the bigger person, because the bigger person does things not for public applause and for the public's consumption. They do it because they are truly doing what they know to be innate in them, which is be the bigger person. Because if she would have said, you know what, I know that we've had issues, but I still want to link up with Mary to figure out exactly what's going on. And if there is an underlying issue, I would have watched that scene and said, damn, Meredith tried to be the bigger person. But because you're telling me that you're being the bigger person, it is letting me know that subconsciously you're not being a bigger person. You're doing this to do something to get back at Mary for some reason. And in my opinion, we figure it out in just a little bit. She says she's doing this to be the bigger person and invite Mary. Meanwhile, Mary is at home and she's going to check on Robert Jr. before she leaves to let him know that she will be leaving to go hook up with Meredith, but Robert Jr. does not answer the door, so she finally does leave. First of all, maybe that's why I don't have children, because if my child didn't answer that door and I know he's in there and I don't hear nothing going on, like here, they're in there and I don't know if they're asleep, I'm busting the door down, especially when I am suspecting that. But that's probably because if I was a parent, I'd be a helicopter parent, my poor children. So I would have knocked the door down. That's me. But kudos to her for giving him what she feels like he needs at this time. And maybe she feels like he needs space. When people are going through things, they don't want to be crowded. If you can tell somebody's off, you can, it's a very thin line between reaching out to that person and giving them that space. I attempt to reach out once or twice. And if I feel like you don't want it, then I'll let you come to me. But I do want you to know that I reached out to you because I'm here. She knocked on the door. She let him know that she was leaving, and she tried to speak with him so he knows that she's there if he needs her. So she did the right thing, but just me being a helicopter, anything, I don't play that. I would have knocked the door down. That's just me. I'm early today. Yes, I am early today. Well, we're still doing happy hour at 6 o'clock like we normally do, but I said I was going to do this. And so here y'all go. This is what it is. Here y'all go. This is for y'all. Yes. Mary says that she's been choosing to ignore his issues in hopes that it will go away, but now she just wants the gospel truth from Robert. And yeah, at this point, it's you can't delay it anymore. You got to address it head on, and it takes a lot of guts to hear what you may already know. It's one thing to kind of know it, but to hear it and have it confirmed is something completely different. Now, Mary is almost an hour late, and Meredith is getting annoyed, so she calls Brooks, which if I was getting annoyed, I probably wouldn't call Brooks, only because his voice further annoys me. So I know that there's a spinoff called not a spinoff, but a Made in Manhattan show coming out with these kids, but Brooks's voice is probably going to be the reason why we don't review it here over here and don't chase the TV. That voice, no God. But they think that it may be something else going on with Mary. Mary finally arrives and Meredith asks if everything is okay. Meredith is already on the defense, like, well, what do you mean? Is everything okay? Why are you asking that? And she tells Mary that she seemed a bit out of character after she left Mary's home. Now, Mary says, baby, you was a little bit out of character, and I've never seen you storm out of anybody's house like this. So what's the tea with you? If you feel like somebody is out of character, Meredith, and they're late and you're figuring that there's something going on, that is probably not the best way to approach a situation, Meredith. Can I tell you this? From this episode and Watch What Happens Live, I'm done with Meredith. There y'all have it. Y'all, my mama calling because it is early. Let me see what she wants. Hey, mommy, I'm on the air. What's up?
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
You good?
Yeah, I needed you to do something. That's okay.
No, text me. I'll do it.
No, you can't do it. You can't do it. You have to do it in the morning.
Okay, well, still text me what it is, Mom.
All right, bye-bye.
Okay, love you, bye. I don't play by my mama. So, anywho, Mary says that she's never seen Meredith storm out of anyone's home before like that. And that's because Meredith was looking for a moment. I did see last week. I love the scene, by the way. Fabulous scene, child. That was iconic. This season, chef's kiss. But she's never seen anyone storm out of Meredith storm out of anyone's home like that. And Meredith says that she didn't feel welcome. They both accuse each other of harboring hidden feelings. And Meredith says that she felt that Mary jumped on the Angie K bandwagon against her. Mary says that Meredith is always playing the victim, and Meredith brings up Mary was an hour late. When she brings that up, as we already know, Meredith is going through something. We already know Meredith is going through something. So Mary is going through something. Mary does not want to hear that, and Mary storms off. As Mary is storming off, Meredith then says, I've supported you for 3 years, and I've been your friend for 3 years, and I've had your back for 3 years. And Mary tells Meredith that I'm sorry, you guys. I'm a little rattled because I just finished watching that last scene, so my emotions are a little heightened. But Mary lets Meredith know that she needs to get a life, a better one than she has now, and Mary leaves the gallery. Let's get into it. Let's unpack it, right? Let me see what y'all saying before I get to unpacking it. I'm definitely a helicopter mom. Sorry, I would be a helicopter mom. I'm sorry. See how quick your tone change. And y'all better not tell my mama I be on here cussing either. Hey, Andre Shannon. These women do not need Monica Garcia. She was stalking Jen Shaw. She paid Heather Business Beauty Lab. But that's a storyline there, Andre. You see what I'm saying? I would have gotten Monica back this season. The first time I would have said, we would have filmed, I would have sat down and said, where's my money? So we didn't get the Beauty Lab drama. We didn't get the fallout from last season. And I'm going to tell you this. This is what went wrong with the Real Housewives of Atlanta. And they kept it going for years. But no matter how vile and nasty Phaedra was in regards to the situation with Kandi, because it unfolded on camera, we needed to see it conclude on camera. And that, in my opinion, is one of the reasons why the show took a downfall, between Nene not coming back and just a lot of things, a lot of bad castings, Drew. But Phaedra not being held accountable for her actions, we're getting to a climax and we don't get the climax, in my opinion. But I hear you. Would I honestly, let me say this too, would I want to be around Monica knowing in an everyday situation she did those things? Absolutely not. I would have nothing for Monica in an everyday situation. In a televised situation with a televised group of friends where I'm getting a paycheck, bring her ass back so I can let her have it. I've been over Meredith too. All right, let me go ahead and get into this. So Meredith. First of all, you're not a victim, Meredith, so you need to stop playing like one. Mary did not jump on either one of the bandwagons, and honestly, if I recall, this is one of the first times this season Mary has inserted herself in an issue between Meredith and Angie K, and for the most part, she has stayed out of it, and for the most part, she has withheld comment when both of you are her friends. Okay, so that is what she's done. And that is mighty commendable for a Real Housewife to stay out of a situation for 10 episodes. So she actually didn't choose sides. She hung out with who hung out with her. She was there for who was there for her. And this season, I don't see Meredith being there for Mary. I saw Angie K being there for Mary. So she is not a victim. She wasn't bandwagon hopping. She asked both of you to stop raising hell in her house. And if neither one of you can stop, then either one of you can leave. Now, how that gets to be that you put me out of my house, I don't know. But when Mary says it feels like you are the one harboring resentments against me, bingo, I think we figured out the reason why Meredith feels that way and was looking for an issue with Mary, because Mary has not drawn a line in the sand with Angie K, and she strikes up a friendship with Angie K, and Meredith doesn't want to seem petty by bringing it up, but you are petty by taking it out for her on her in different ways, such as this, twisting her words, manipulating her intent, and trying to make her look like something that she's not, which is a disloyal and bad friend, because she did not put you out of her house, Diva. You chose to leave. She gave you an option and you exercised that option, okay? So stop with the bullshit. You're right, Amanda K. And she also begged her not to leave. She said, please don't go. And to me, that please don't go is deeper. Like, don't leave me. Be my friend. Have a seat. We can work this out if you feel a type of way. But by you choosing to leave with her Tiffany notebook in tow, you chose to sever that relationship. And I think that she didn't think it was that serious. She thought she was just doing a little something, and now you're going to have to deal with the consequences of your actions, Meredith, because you lost the real one. Meredith then brings up Mary was an hour late, and Mary storms off. And then Meredith says to Mary, I was there for you for 3 years, just as if you were being a bigger person, and you brought it up, which lets me know that you weren't being a bigger person. You were only Mary's friend for those 3 years, because it was a FU to the rest of the group by keeping Mary a part of that group somehow. Those girls did not want Mary a part of this group. And by you thumbsing them down and sticking your middle finger up to them and saying, well, she's my friend and she's coming, that was your way of getting back at the group. So you used Mary to get back at the group because you were mad at them for hot mics and for Whitney lying and starting bath bombs and just everything. The way that Heather treated you, you were mad at the group. And so it benefited you to keep the one person that they don't want around, which is the star of this motherfucking show, Mary Cosby. Because if if Lisa and Heather and Whitney could have done it without Mary, they would have, and they can't. She is an integral, vital part to this show, and you can't do it without her. Which is why they squashed Monica as quickly as they did, because you guys have to remember, Mary was only filming as a friend of season 1. She was not supposed to be that girl. And Mary is the one who got the headlines that initial season. Mary and Jen Shaw to a degree, but Mary is what made the show water cooler talk. Mary got that show mainstream just off the strength of being married to her ex-granddaddy or some shit. I don't know what he is. That was headline breaking news, and nobody gave a damn about Lisa looking like Meredith. Nobody gave a damn about Heather being insecure. Nobody really gave a damn about Whitney sleeping with her uncle, or whoever that was, allegedly. I don't know who that man is, Justin. But what we did give a damn about is who is this lady allegedly married to her ex-granddaddy. And from there, from us being interested in Mary's life, that was our window into your lives. And you have to respect that, Diva. And that is what that is. Catch. Hey, Tasha C. And so that jealousy that was not able to be contained and that jealousy that was not able to be curtailed with Mary, y'all did it to Monica. Baby, y'all got her up out of there. Can't say I don't blame you because I wouldn't want to film with anyone who did what she did. However, from a TV standpoint, I want my show to be the hottest that it can be. So I didn't get a notification. I'm sorry. I kind of spun this up a little late. And so I apologize if you guys aren't seeing it. Hopefully it'll circulate through the algorithm. So make sure that you guys like this video, comment on the video. If you're not subscribed, I see a couple of new people in the group chat. Hey, y'all, all opinions are welcome. Make sure that you guys subscribe if you can, and I would greatly appreciate it. I'm glad that you found us, though, Tasha C. I don't know why the notification didn't come on. Maybe you two got something against the people. But yeah, you're clocked. You're good as clocked, Meredith. Anywho, Mary says that she's carrying a big cross right now with Robert Jr. And if you want to be her friend and be in her life, then do that. And if not, she does not need you. Period. Say less. Angie K and Lisa meet up and they haven't been speaking after they fell out earlier in the season. And they talk about how their friendship is off. Lisa says that she's defended Angie K and Sean when everybody was calling Sean allegedly gay and all that stuff. Lisa said that she was defending them. And Lisa doesn't feel heard. Angie K apologizes, but she needs Lisa to understand that she's going to have to treat her differently because she actually is sensitive. So when Lisa flies off the deep end, it reminds her of her mother and the abuse that she suffered dealing with that growing up. And that is something that she does not want in her life moving forward. And anytime that happens, she is going to be forced to speak up in order to reject that type of behavior. The two hug it out, and Angie again apologizes. And they move forward. Now, Angie apologized, but did y'all catch Lisa didn't? And that's all I have to say about Lisa Barlow. That's who she is. Mary says that she hasn't spoken to Robert Jr. in a few days, and that he's definitely changed and she wants her baby back. I want you to have whatever y'all need because I need that relationship to be restored in Jesus' name. I really do. Now it is time for the camping trip or whatever you want to call it. And Meredith took her Tiffany gift, they point out, when she left Mary's. And Mary says that their friendship was one-sided. And I don't know if it was one-sided, but Mary definitely got used. Because as I just mentioned, Mary was the way that Meredith could stick it to the group another way, which is by befriending Mary and keeping her around the group when those girls did not want her there any longer. Bronwyn tells Lisa and Meredith that Whitney talks about Heather behind their back and behind Heather's back. And so Lisa's like, now Brittany is back with Jared Osmond, and just let me tell you about Brittany. Brittany is high camp in the highest degree. She is theater. She is a hot mess express, and she can continue to be a friend. Brittany does not bother me. She does not need to be upgraded, but she can continue to be a friend. The relationship is fake as Lisa Barlow, but I'm okay with Brittany. I know y'all don't like her, but I like her. I like Brittany. I don't give a damn. She says that she doesn't care what Jared Osmond was doing when they were broken up and on a break because they were indeed broken up and on a break. And she was talking to 10 guys herself. And you know what? I believe her and I won't be expounding on that any further. Now, I found out what soaking is. And soaking is when these people insert their hot dog into the bun, but there is no thrusting, pumping, or orgasms. And as long as that doesn't happen, they are still considered to be pure within the Mormon church, which means I soaked till I was about 21 because I didn't do that. But what I did do was what we call in the Black community, putting a tip in. I did let people put the tip in. Ain't none of y'all business, but. So looks like some things are universal, just with different languages. I can't believe I told y'all that. Angie K wonders if Brittany drinks since she's a practicing Mormon. And I just feel like Angie K should have wondered if Brittany drank before she brought that wine bottle to the damn Bible study. Now, Brittany says that she felt it was odd that Angie brought her wine as a gift to Bible study. And Angie K says that she felt it was odd for Brittany to admonish her publicly about bringing the wine and then thank her privately. And Mary says that that is two-faced. Meredith and Lisa say that it is not actually being two-faced. And Mary says, well, let's talk manners then, since y'all want to talk about etiquette and manners. And I miss manners and miss etiquette. And Meredith says that she then brings up Meredith leaving her home again. Now, Brittany then chimes in this time and says that Mary was wrong. And Mary lets her know that she can shut up because she's not talking to her. And yeah, Brittany, you could be quiet. I don't like saying shut up to people, but you could definitely be quiet because you were not in this conversation, Diva. Mind your business and stop trying to get in this group. It's funny that Brittany does not really have any interest in group conflict. It's just this will she, won't she, will they, won't they thing with Jared Osmond that nobody gives a damn about. We just laugh because Brittany could not wholeheartedly think that we take her or this thing serious, which is why she could stay around, because this is a group of the most unserious people that we've ever met in our lives. So that's why she could stay, in my opinion. I'm with Angie K. Listen. Okay. Mary explains yet again that she asked both Angie K and Meredith to leave if they could not behave in her home, and Meredith feels like she was singled out. Mary says that if Meredith doesn't feel that she was wrong in any way, then they'll just leave it there. Basically, you've given me a window into your soul, and I know how you are now. And so we'll have to keep going back and forth. We'll have to keep going back and forth about it, Diva. I get it. I see you. You've been clocked. Whitney says that Meredith is being Lisa and holding grudges, and Lisa calls Whitney a liar yet again. Whitney is a liar. We established that episode 1. Whitney be lying. I know we call her Mia be lying, but Whitney be lying too. Whitney be lying. Whitney's a liar. I do not lie. Yeah, Whitney, you lie. You lie. You lie, Whitney. Oh, London's in the house. Okay. All right. So we got a couple people from London in the group chat. Thank y'all. But Whitney is definitely a liar, and that's just that on that. And I'm not going to expound on that. We've been there. We've done that. We've checked that box. Sure as the sun is going to shine, Whitney's going to lie. The only time Whitney lies is when her lips are moving. Like, she's a liar. Lisa then tells Heather to ask Bronwyn what Whitney says about her behind her back. Bronwyn says that Whitney thinks that Heather won't have her back because Heather wants to be friends with Lisa. Whitney clarifies, that she says that Heather was trying to stay good with Lisa when Whitney and Angie K have problems with Lisa, has caused strain on Heather's relationship with Angie and Whitney. So in my opinion, I feel like that's the same thing. You did say that. That's what you said, girl. You said it. Now, here's the kicker. Heather hates Angie so much that even though under normal circumstances, Whitney talking about Heather behind her back to this degree would bother Whitney, Heather doesn't give Bronwyn the satisfaction of being right, even though Bronwyn was. That's nasty. That's a play out of Lisa Vanderpump's book, because Heather was definitely upset and bothered that Whitney was talking about her. Most importantly, calling it out. She is always wanted to sit under the tree of Lisa Barlow and be with the popular cool girl, and she's looked lame by default for chasing her all these years. But because she hates Bronwyn so much, she want to give her the satisfaction. That's deep and dangerous, divas. Clock that. Thank you. All right, I'm wrapping it up. I got to be going, y'all. We got happy hour in about 45 minutes. Angie brings up, Bronwyn said, could anyone really be friends with Lisa? And Bronwyn says, now we telling lies. Now we telling lies. And Angie K says that it's true. Angie K. Bronwyn says that Angie K said that Lisa fucked her over, and Angie K says that's not true. We do have a flashback. The flashback determined that Bronwyn was not lying on those girls. She was not lying. But Bronwyn, here's my thing, right? You have to watch out on these shows and in these social dynamics with this group in particular, well, with any group, being such a truth crusader, because while we, the viewer, are vindicated, your place within that circle is going to be diminished and they're going to be looking to get rid of you next. Because you don't have any allies, really, because while you're telling the truth, and the truth is the truth and never changes, who is your friend in this group? These girls like blind loyalty in this group. These girls don't really live for anybody can get it kind of thing. And if the friendship circle in the show is predicated upon you being in the friendship circle, you clocking these girls and eating their ass up every chance they get, it's not going to bode well for you, because at this point she's fought with just about everyone outside of maybe Meredith and of course Mary. So like, you gotta kind of, I don't know, I don't want to like make you succumb to the dynamics when the dynamics are corrupt, but you also have to know how to play the game, because at the end of the day, this is a game, and it's normally a game of survivor. And with you telling the truth on everybody like you're doing, I just don't see who your allies are amongst the group. Hey, Auntie, how you been? I know that's a sharp take, but I don't know. I just feel like being a true crusader comes at a price as well. It really does. You didn't lie on the girls. You haven't lied on the girls yet. But at this point, that could backfire, because when it's time for somebody to have your back and be an ally in the group, who is going to do it? Just some food for thought. Now, in the midst of Angie K telling Bronwyn that that's not true, she told Bronwyn, you need to open your ears and listen up. And as a matter of fact, you need to go ahead and get Meredith's hearing aids and borrow those real quick and listen up. And Angie knows she's all low down, nasty, dirty, something else for that. Now, that's the nastiest read I ever heard Angie K give to the people. That was nasty, Angie K. You know you was wrong for that. But did I bust out laughing? Absolutely. I did. But you was wrong for that. And furthermore, Meredith, you need to realize what type of a person you are losing out as a friend, because on the after show, Mary did clock Bronwyn and let her know that wasn't, I mean, not Bronwyn, but Angie K Mary clocked Angie K and let her know that wasn't cool for her to throw that out there like that. It was funny, but it wasn't nice. Absolutely. They're going to try and ice her out. Yep. Because now you're telling my truth, and I don't have no reason to be loyal to you because you're not loyal to me. Bronwyn says they said that Lisa repeatedly came for people and that Bronwyn will see, and Bronwyn said that that's not been her experience with Lisa. They were basically, I watched that scene, everybody watched the scene, they were basically trying to turn Bronwyn against Lisa or get a seed planted in Bronwyn about Lisa. They were. We don't like her, and in order to be cool with us, you got to not like her too. And this pact will be drawn in blood forever. I'm glad that Bronwyn's letting them know I'm a grown woman, and that's not going to sway my decisions on people. But again, Bronwyn, at what cost? Because you didn't even have to tell nobody that. And that's what it is. You be voluntarily giving up information that's not asked or necessary. It's great though. Thanks for doing it. But again, at what cost? Mary says it is true. and that Lisa is a game. And I hollered. Lisa and Mary go back and forth, and I couldn't even write down all of the expletives and insults that they exchange with one another. But Mary, and then Mary tries to drag Meredith into it and say, well, she called you the biggest whore in New York. You slept with half of the city and all that stuff. And I was like, get them, girl. Get them, Mary. Drag both of them hoes. Because that's how I likes it. Drag them. Thank you. Drag them. They deserve to be dragged. Mary says that she's on edge right now, and Lisa Barlow does not matter in the long scheme of things. Now, Meredith is still mad at Angie K for mentioning the hearing aid, and Angie says it wasn't a dig, but Bronwyn needs hearing aids. And I'm like, girl, Angie, let it go. Angie, let the mouse go, Angie. Now, Bronwyn is tired of being dog piled on in the group, and Angie K wants everyone to shut the fuck up besides Mary and Lisa. First of all, let me just tell you this. I don't know who Angie K thinks she is. Because you could want somebody to be quiet, but I'm not going to do it. You can't tell me what to do, Diva. Next. So she got the wrong one there. And Angie K then said, Bronwyn then lets Angie K know if you tell her to STF you again, you will never see her again. Meredith hosts Shabbat dinner, and with her intimate group, which included Brittany. We all know Meredith's intimate group is Brooks. But whatever, we'll roll with it. Now Brittany does finally meet Todd, and you ever like in real life talk shit about a person and turn around the person right there? Where was all that talking then? Where were all those questions then, Brittany? Wicked got your tongue. Oh Lord, I said wicked. Now, I also find out that soaking is real, but jump humping is not. So my question about jump humping is that an orgy? Because what you mean a third person in the room with y'all jumping on the bed so y'all can dry hump? I don't know. It's just too much going on for me. Hey, Jay. Now, Bronwyn not scared of him. I give her that. She going to have to not be scared of him because the thing, and I love Bronwyn up and down. I live for Bronwyn, but again, you telling me girl business. I'm just saying. Todd says that he had a background check done on Bronwyn when they first started dating, and Bronwyn feels that Angie got feisty about Bronwyn exposing them at the event, and Heather asks why now? Because she does not trust Bronwyn. And Bronwyn says she isn't mistake-free and she could be a real snarky see you next Tuesday. Todd tells her in front of everybody at the table not to do that. And Bronwyn says that one thing about her, she might tell a joke, but she'll never tell a lie. Now, Bronwyn husband did to Bronwyn what y'all say y'all want Dr. Heavenly husband to do to her at the table, and everybody mad at Bronwyn husband for publicly admonishing her and treating her the way that he does. So is it that y'all didn't like Todd's tone of voice, or y'all don't like Todd publicly admonishing her in front of the group, but y'all want Heavenly to? I don't know. I just thought I'd point that out. Heather does not like Bronwyn no matter how much she tries. Heather is never going to like Bronwyn no matter how much she fakes it. We see right through you, Diva. And at this point, I would just much rather you go ahead and just live in that and walk in that, because you were looking for anything. Like, who is intrigued to see their husband kind of like sun them at a table like that? Like, who finds that like interesting? A lonely, miserable person like Heather does, because she does not like Bronwyn. So anytime somebody else can get Bronwyn because she doesn't have the stones to do it, then of course she's going to revel in that misery, because misery loves what, you guys? Company, okay? Y'all, man, I got a background check on y'all. I know I got a couple people here married. I don't know how I feel about that. In the words of Fantasia, if you don't want me, don't talk to me. So you want me, background and all, child, whatever my background is, don't go run it. Just be with me and stay there with me. Be down if something happen, okay? Lisa feels that Mary crossed the line at camping, and she also doesn't like the way Mary has been treating Meredith. Clock that, you guys. Let's clock that T. Lisa's trying to keep this thing going between Meredith and Mary. Now, we all know at this point, Lisa and Mary, I guess, had some kind of exchange that we reported here on No Chaser TV for Happy Hour, where it was all over the press that Mary had allegedly called Lisa's child the R word slur after Lisa made some disparaging remarks about Mary's child. And I know people say that Mary's child is grown, but that's always going to be Mary's child. So it's a child for a child, in my opinion. You come for mine, I'm coming for yours. Our kids are going to be off limits. That's why I stand on that. But Lisa, lightweight, dry hate, and trying to keep that feud going when somebody needs to be a real friend and tell Meredith she's wrong. Meredith, you're actually wrong in this situation. She's not going to listen to Angie K, who was the only person who would actually do it, because she doesn't like Angie K. And, for a reason at this point, whether she right or wrong, I wouldn't like Angie K if I was Meredith either, only because they've been beefing for so long. Whether or not Meredith is right or wrong is something completely different in a different conversation. But somebody should tell Meredith that she's wrong, and nobody's doing it. Absolutely. So I don't buy this next scene where you guys, maybe Mary's going through something, you guys, and maybe we should just show her some grace, as Brittany says and Meredith points out. If anybody should show her some grace, it should be Brittany, because if it wasn't for Mary, Brittany wouldn't have a beat going in this group, because Mary was the one last episode that told y'all to be nice to the girl, even though she's a wackadoo and really doesn't fit in this group and should be on a reality show about theater geeks. So they did know, and I don't buy that for one moment, which furthermore, y'all, makes me side-eye Meredith, because if you know that this girl is going through something, why are you pressing her at this time and making a situation about you that has absolutely nothing to do with you? You're intentionally misreading the situation, and you're dogpiling on her when she needs you to be her friend the most at this moment. Stick a fork in Meredith. She's done. Mary finally meets with Robert Jr., who admits he takes Xanax and Adderall to balance out the Xanax. And then he goes to list all of these drugs that he's currently taking or has taken. Mary asks if he is unhappy, and he says he feels like life is just chicken unseasoned. And when he uses those substances, he gets high, and they are now, his life is now seasoned. He says he started using at the age of 16, and it spiraled out of control after someone at a party offered him substances, so much so as to be mixing Xannies with Coke, amongst other things. And he was taking 10 30-milligram oxys and couldn't feel a thing. This sends Mary, and she's clearly emotionally distraught over hearing this news, but she's brave. And I want to applaud her for keeping it together for the most part while he's detailing his substances that he abuses or uses. Because, when people are telling you something and you're an emotional wreck as they're explaining each detail, it kind of makes them withdraw and not want to tell. So I do give her credit, of course, for not, for controlling herself and composing herself as much as possible. Mary then lets him know that she will not judge him, and that while she won't judge him, she won't support his habit. And she lets him know that being alive every day is indeed a blessing. Now, she's disappointed in herself because she let this go and she feels that she missed the mark as a parent and a mom. Hmm. Robert says that he wanted to unalive himself. Well, not I take that back. He says that he wanted to no longer be here on earth. He didn't say he wanted to unalive himself. So I don't want to put those words out there in his mouth, but he says that he no longer wanted to be here on earth and felt like a stain. And this world wasn't for him. He then tells Mary that she is the only reason that he is living, and she reassures him and loves that she loves him and that she probably loves him more than she loves his dad. Um, she lets him know that before he was born, she was never happy, and that when she came, he was her happiness. And she loves him more than anything in this world, and they embrace, and the episode ends. Y'all, that resonated with me in a way. Because as y'all see, I love my mama. I answered the phone for her in the middle of our session here. I don't play about my mama. And this year has been a lot of upheaval for me. And so when, I had a wonderful apartment, wonderful apartment pad in downtown Atlanta in a desirable area. I was wearing everything that I wanted to wear. I was living what I thought was my life and loving my life. And then this year just brought a lot of upheaval. I moved back home. I'm home in my mom's living room. So everybody calls it the king couch. My mom, this is her couch in her living room. I moved back home and got injured and I lost my job. And so when he said that he didn't want to be here, it resonated with me deeply because I didn't want to be here. And because the only things that kept me going was my mama. Because I could still be in Atlanta right now worried about how I was going to pay my rent if after I lost my job, I haven't been able to find another one. And so me knowing that I can't leave my mama here, because I know that would hurt her, because she really believes in me and really has championed me. She bought this new camera that I still haven't figured out how to use yet. She bought this new laptop that I'm still working on. She has really just been in my corner. You know what I mean? And so when he said that she was the reason why he was here, it just moved me. It moved me so deeply. And y'all are another reason why I'm here, because for 20 years, I have written content for other platforms. I've appeared on other platforms. For the last 4 years, I've been on YouTube, but for somebody else's platform, and I love that platform dearly. I've been on someone else's podcast, someone else's clubhouse. I've contributed to other people. And while it's given me the experience, I don't necessarily feel like I got as far along as I wanted to be, And so I felt like I was doing everything that I was doing in vain. And it's been hard. And by Robert Jr. and Mary sharing their story, it let me know that while everything isn't, like I don't use drugs, so I don't have that in common. You're not alone, because there are people who feel the same way you feel. And I want to thank them for being brave to show that. And I most especially want to thank them for being, and I'm going to say this, Black on a predominantly white cast with predominantly white viewership, and showing that and being as honest and as candid and as open as they were. I want to thank them because it helped me. It helped me get up. It helped me not feel sorry for myself no more. It helped me recognize that opportunities that I took and I excelled at, opportunities that I was lazy and didn't excel at, just anything that has come and gone in the past is the past. And if it was for me, it wouldn't have missed me, regardless of whether I sabotaged it or not. If it was for me, I couldn't fuck it up, whether I sabotaged it or not. And to get out of my own head and continue to create opportunities for myself and to continue talking to y'all. And I hope that by me sharing my struggles that I've had, maybe it'll help somebody else because they taught me something by being open. I just really want to applaud them. I think that, when people go through substance issues, it's not going to be up to the viewers. It's not going to be up to us. It's not going to be up to Mary. It's going to be up to Robert Jr., whether or not Robert Jr. wants a different lifestyle for himself. But while he's navigating this new space and he says that he's finally starting to just see what happy feels like, even though I lost everything, y'all, I'm starting to be happy and I'm starting to redefine what happy is for me. And so that resonated with me. And being here with y'all, I'm happier than I've been in a long time. And I really want to thank them for that. I just, all right. I don't even know what y'all talk about in the group chat. I'm going to read it. If anybody wants to call in, the phone lines are open for a little bit. I got a couple minutes and then we're going to start happy hour. So I'll see you back here at happy hour in a few minutes. But the phone line is open if anybody wants to just really talk about the episode or just talk about anything. You can't hear. Hey, Mel, how are you?
Hey, Chase, listen, you know what? That was beautiful.
Thank you.
This episode was hard. It was hard. I'm not gonna get emotional myself. But as a black man, honey, living in New York City, who misses his mother every single day, I took care of my mother for over 25 years since I was a little boy, and she talked to me that way many times. Now, mind you, when I get on YouTube, I truly try to stick to the script, but I have a lot of experiences in my life, and this episode really connects with me as a black son, whose mother did everything for him. It was powerful. It really was one of the top 3 episodes that I've ever seen on Bravo in my life of that moment. And Mary is a complicated woman, but I'm not even being shady. The simple fact is I think she may have a really good church now, because if she's able to be that real in that moment, then I think that the reason those people in that church love her so much is because something is going on there that maybe Bravo is being too shady not to show to people. I prayed for the family when I saw that episode. I prayed for them. I was like, oh my gosh, this is just too real. It's really nothing else to say about the episode, because that moment just it trumped. Excuse my word. No, everything was about her in that moment, that last moment. And I want to say to you, straight to you, you know what? I come to your channel because I have a good time. Now, last night, I don't want to talk about that. No.
Let's leave that last night.
No, Chase, you know what? I'm going to tell you this. Listen, I don't know what I can say, what I can't say when I come over here, but I'm going to say this straight to you. Well, it's true, because you know what? When I open up the door, sometimes people lose their mind. I don't know. But the thing is, I always come in peace. Oh, always remember that. I come in peace wherever I go.
Absolutely.
And when I come into a show, I come here because I like it. After people have a long day, they want to have some fun. I've always come with fun. And you know what? When you just not reveal about yourself, I know 2025, I know that there's a maniac in the White House saying that people that look like me and you, we're going to have bad times. I don't claim that. You're going to have a wonderful time in 2025, 26, and 27. This channel is going to be bigger than it's ever been before, and more people will come over here to have a good time with you. You know what? People, they don't understand me, but my heart is big. And I try not to really go there online, but I have to just share this because, listen, you're black brother, black gay man, just like myself. And I had to be very real in this moment. And I definitely was connecting with you on all levels. And so, yeah, I'm thank you for sharing that, and Oh Lord, don't get me emotional. Thank you for sharing that.
Oh,
No, I'm not going to do it, but I'm real. I'm very
yeah,
real. But
absolutely.
thank you for sharing that. And yes, this episode is very deep. And that's all I have to say. That truly is all I have to say. And I mean it every word.
Well, Mel, I want to thank you for always supporting and championing. You can open the door anytime you want to open the door over here, No Chase TV. And if I don't want you to walk through it, I'm gonna let you know. But if I
Please
want you to
do.
walk through it, I'll let you walk through. But you just know that you can at least always open the door, okay? And thank you for your honesty and your transparency as well. I really do appreciate that.
I received that. Thank you. Because you know what? At the end of the day, listen, I received that. Thank you very much, Mr. Chase. I hope that I'm going to finish cooking. That's what I was doing. I'd be cooking when I come back from outside. But yeah, this was great, and it's going to be. We all going to have better times, and you got to keep Mary and her son in our prayers. Definitely, got to.
All right. Well, I really do appreciate that. Thank you so much, Mel.
Have a good night.
You too. Thank you. All right, you guys. Thank y'all so much. I know this is impromptu, but she's Tori, be gone somewhere, okay? I really do thank y'all for tuning in the Salt Lake City Review and we will see you in a few minutes for happy hour. We got the teas for you. And also, don't forget that this week we did do Married to Medicine last night. Me and Sammy, we had a good time. And so go check out that Married to Medicine review. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bells so that you'll get updates, hopefully, when we go live. And I'll see you guys in a few minutes for Happy Hour Hot Topics with Tori B. We'll see you soon. Bye, y'all. And thank you guys for everything. I'm looking at the comments. Thank you. I love y'all. Thank you.